Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star. And United just scraped through a 2-0 victory against Crystal Palace, which takes us level on points with Leicester. And we have Prasham here to discuss about this. But Prasham, I first want to talk about the top four battle. It's clear it's going to go down to the United Leicester game because there's no way that the point gap can be more than 3 points. So, how do you see that rolling out?
Today I saw the Leicester Sheffield game as well, and Leicester were looking good for after a long time. And United also, I think we did a good job today getting through Crystal Palace. I feel that Leicester will yet drop points against Spurs. That is my personal opinion. I think that they will drop points, and I think before we play Leicester, I think we will be in that fourth spot or even in the third spot because Chelsea also have to play Liverpool, so we might even be in that third spot. And then, of course, if we lose that game to Leicester, then we might drop out of the top four places entirely. But in my opinion, we will be in the top four before we play Leicester City. We will be occupying the Champions League spot, and we will be defending it rather than chasing it by the time we take on Leicester City.
So before we dwell into today's game, let's just end this discussion again. I know you're highly confident, but still sticking to number three for us, third position.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Okay. So let's dwell into this game. I think De Gea and VAR save us. What's your opinion?
I mean, today David De Gea showed what he's worth. He made some fantastic saves. The one on the top corner from Milivojevic was absolutely brilliant. That one chance with Zaha in the bottom corner, terrific. I think he was great. VAR again helped us out. I mean, if it was a goal that was ruled out for Man United, I would be very pissed about it, to be very honest. But we got the clean sheet at the end of the day. I look at this game in a very interesting way because I think we've spoken about it before that we can't scrap and grind results out. And I think today we did that. Today it was like we were in the trenches. We got our boots dirty, and we stayed there. There was no flamboyant play. There was no sort of they didn't blow we didn't blow Palace away. In fact, Palace may have had the better chances than us overall. But I think we did what we had to do. We got the 3 points. We were under pressure, and we did a good job. Palace, of course, in fact, today they didn't play the low block as deeply as I thought they would. They were coming at us. They were pressing as well a little bit, and the pace of Zaha and Ayu was proving to be a difficulty for us. And I think eventually, having said all of that, I'm very pleased with today's performance. I think today's performance is the kind of performance that can actually win you titles in the long term. The flamboyant performances are, of course, great to watch, but it is attritional football like what we did today to take our chances and get the 3 points sealed and we move on.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm slightly hesitant when it comes to United with that 1-0 lead, and I was nervous going into the second half, especially the way the boys are laid back at times. But I guess this character and mentality will come back, and the winless streak continues. I mean, after the Southampton game, no one has mentioned that. But I'm just going to touch upon two things. The surprise starter for Zumenza, how did you think he did? And who's your man of the match?
I think Fosu Mensah did fine. I mean, obviously he wasn't as effective going forward as Luke Shaw is, but I think defensively he did a pretty good job considering that Zaha was constantly swapping wings and Ayu also was looking terrifying. And I mean, De Gea had to make saves, but I think the defense overall did a decent job. I won't say that they did an incredible job. I think Lindelof got beat too easy a couple of times, especially for that one-on-one in the end that De Gea saved on his low left. I think Lindelof got beaten very easily there. Maguire was, I think, a little more assertive than he is normally. He was blocking the ball out. He was clearing them out, I thought, which was fine. And
Definitely.
Van Bissaka was patchy. I think Van Bissaka was good in parts. So I think all in all, the entire defense turned up for, like, let's say out of the 5 chances Palace would have had, they turned up for 3, and then De Gea rescued us in the other 2. I think that was good. I think in terms of the man of the match, I would tend to go to Marcus Rashford today because he created a lot of opportunities. He was quick. He was rapid. He was decisive at most times. I thought there were 1 or 2 times when I think he held on for too long and then made the wrong decision. But apart from that, he looked more potent today than he ever has. I remember a couple of runs he made off the ball that allowed Martial and Greenwood to get free and gave them that space to take a shot or to whip in a cross also. So I think he was my man of the match because I thought he did exactly what a striker should do. The chance he got, which was a very well taken goal, I think. very good composure. Great ball from Bruno, first of all, but the composure Rashford showed to sit two players down and then just swat it into the back of the net. Brilliant play. So I think all in all, as a striker or as a left winger, he created a chance. He scored a goal. I think you can't blame him for anything that he did today, and he was helping Fosu Mensah out on the left hand side as well. So I think he's my man of the match. And just the final point I want to make is that everyone was running a lot today. I thought, like in terms of intensity, when we were on the ball, we lacked a little bit of sharpness. We were a little bit scrappy, but we made up for it when we were off it because I thought that players were getting into the right positions to block Crystal Palace off. Even though, again, I specify they got enough shots in on goal, but I think it could have been a lot more had we played like how we did against Southampton.
I agree. I agree, Roshan. The intensity was slightly lower in this game, but I think the players had an eye towards the FA Cup semi-final that we're playing on Sunday. With that being said, thank you for coming on and giving your opinion. I mean, I agree with Rashford. Maybe he's not my man of the match, but yeah, you make some valid points. And I think Prasham's confident about top four, and maybe we're sitting in third by the time we play West Ham. So that's about it, guys. We'll see you next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.